You over-explain, you overgive, you're overing everything that you're not supposed to be overing. If you always put people's needs and wants before yourself, if you struggle to tell people that this thing, I can't do it without feeling guilty, then you're not a nice person. You're just in survival mode. The fortunate thing is that for many of us, this started in our childhood. Now let's talk about the root of the problem. Now, people pleasing usually stems from environments where love kind of had a lot of conditions in that environment. Maybe you were praised only when you performed. Maybe you were that person who had to keep the peace in order to avoid the anger. Or maybe you became a caregiver even as a child because the adults around you simply did not know how to be present. And so at that stage of your life, you learned that if I meet their needs, maybe they will love me. If I don't upset anyone, maybe I'll be safe. God, the fact that so many things that we go through as adults started from our childhood is so sad. Like, that should have been the most sacred, the most precious, and the most treasured period of our lives. But it's really sad sometimes when I think about it. How does it show up now that you're an adult? The first way that it shows up is you say yes when deep down you want to say no. You over-apologize. Even for your mere existence, you always apologize. You fear rejection. You're so scared. Like, you over-explain. You overgive. You're overing everything that you're not supposed to be overing. Burnt out, but you can't stop. You keep performing because you think that your worth is somehow equated to how useful you are. Awareness is what's most important. The first step is to you recognizing that this is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to heal. That is the first thing that you should be thinking about. You are not broken. You are not. You are conditioned. And you have to make up your mind that you're not going to live like this forever. You've become aware. The next thing you're thinking is, what can I do about it? Calm down. You don't need to start too quickly. You can start small. The first step that you need to take is to pause. Yes, pause. If it means you're doing 3, 2, 1 in your head, do it. Pause before you say yes and ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Because whether we like it or not, even if the people pleasing has really eaten deep into us, whether we like it or not, there's always that little voice inside of you that's like, you don't want to do this. So pause within yourself and ask yourself, do I really want to do this? Second thing you're going to do is to set tiny boundaries, no matter how little it is. Because thinking of setting big boundaries, oh my God, that is going to hurt your heart. But set tiny boundaries, even if your voice is shaking, especially when it is shaking. Set tiny boundaries, very, very tiny boundaries. As little as, okay, let me give you an example that I used when I was still on the whole people pleasing thing. Once upon a time in my life, I used to face this whole thing of people calling me, and I mean, a little bit of phone call here and there is not a bad thing, but sometimes some people will call you and they will eat so deep into your day, and at the end of the day, when you've dropped the phone, you're like, I didn't even do anything today. I was on phone throughout and I ended up not doing anything today. And I couldn't necessarily tell these people, oh, don't call me, because the unfortunate thing is they were calling me during their spare time, but it was not my spare time when I was picking up the phone. So as much as it was so hard for me to just tell them, oh, don't call me, or I'm sorry, I'm busy, I'll call you later, it was hard for me. What was a tiny boundary that I set? Sometimes I'll put my phone on silent. Just put it on silent so I know that, okay, I won't hear it when it rings, or I will switch off my phone. So I know, okay, at least I don't get to like tell you, don't call me. When you call and hear it switched off, you're like, oh, maybe the phone died. Sometimes I'll put my phone on flight mode. So at least I don't have to face telling you, don't call me right now, or can you call me later? I'm doing something. The fact that there was a stage like that in my life is so crazy. But those are the little things that I had to do to help myself. So when I am in that mode and I'm focused on doing something, nobody's interrupting me, nobody's stealing into my time. That was a tiny boundary. So you can look into your own life and see, what are these things that I do? What are these things that I'm doing? Perhaps someone always comes to you to help them do something, and you look at it that, okay, whenever this person comes, okay, let me give you another example. Back when I was in school, I had this habit of not being able to tell people no. And most times when I'm cooking, I don't have a problem with sharing, but it's harder to share when you're on your last. So I think there was a time when I had some people come over to see me, and it dawned on me that these people that's why I said the first step is awareness. You become aware about it, you realize it. So I noticed that these people only come when they needed something to eat. I was their food friend. They only come when they want to eat my food. And I didn't know how to bring food into the room and be like, oh, I'm not giving you guys food. You guys, I need this is for me and I need this to keep me for a while. I didn't know how to do that. So sometimes I could be cooking and they will come in to come see me. I will literally turn off my gas in the kitchen. I'll turn it off and wait for them. We could talk. No matter how long they stay, I was okay with it. I would go back and continue my cooking because they were just taking from my life and they were not giving me back. It's so sad, but they were not. So when I had the realization of what was going on, that was a tiny boundary that I set. So you need to look around yourself and see where you need to set those tiny boundaries. I didn't need to tell them anything. All I had to do was control what I could control, which was stopping the cooking process, not letting them know that I was doing something in the kitchen. And then when they left, I continued my cooking. It was a win-win for me. I don't know about them. I personally don't care right now. The third thing that you need to do is to sit with the discomfort of not being liked and remind yourself that your peace is way more important than anybody's approval. That is what you need to do. I know for a fact that somebody would have found out I was cooking in the kitchen. The person would have been like, oh, she's cooking in the kitchen and she doesn't want to give us. The person could have been like, oh, why is she being selfish? But then it was way better that after they left, yeah, they might not like me after that. After they left, I had food to eat. That was way more important to me, that I had something to eat after they've gone out. I'm not going to starve because, oh, I want to share with friends that all they were doing was taking from me and not giving back. Okay? So become okay with it and become peaceful with it. Things like therapy would actually help too with things like this. But if you're from this part of the world where therapy is a little bit not affordable for everybody, you can start journaling. I feel like I need to really talk more about journaling because a lot of people don't really see its relevance. A lot of people don't really see how important that journaling can be and how it can really be the game changer for you when it comes to your self-development journey. Most of all, most importantly, you need to understand that choosing yourself, choosing you is the most important thing that matters. See, the thing is, after you're done people pleasing, you don't even feel good about it. That's the sad thing, because I remember those days when I would stay on call, I would talk to someone for like 2 to 3 hours, I'm not even joking, and then the person's like, oh, thank you so much, I'm really so happy that we had this conversation, and the person ends the call, and then I'm thinking, I had laundry to do, I've not even done it. I had meal to cook, I've not even cooked. Look at my room, I thought I was going to arrange, I've not even done anything. But that person is happy that he spoke to me on the phone, but I'm not happy because all the things that I had planned to do all had to be on hold. They all had to suffer for another person's benefit. Look, let's not misconfuse. Let's not confuse. Let's not mix sacrificing and neglect. It's not the same thing. It's not. Mind yourself that you were not put here to be made palatable. That is why I always talk about the importance of your relationship with God. God did not create you on this earth so that someone can tolerate you. You were made here. You have a purpose. Like, you are put here on this earth for something to do. God did not create you to be people pleasing. He didn't do that. He did not. He created you on this earth for a reason. So think about the bigger scale of things. You were not put here to please a few people or plenty people. You were not put here for that. You were put here for a reason. Your Father in heaven knows why He made you. He did not make you to please men. If not for anything, you're supposed to please God and not men. And pleasing God will bring you joy. It will bring you peace. It will bring you happiness. It will bring you koinonia, good fellowship with Christ, and not the neglect that comes with it, or the sorrow, or the sad feeling. Oh God, no. Remember that you do not owe anyone. Remember that you do not owe anyone. Your peace is important. Keep your peace. Peace I give you, my peace I live with you. So stop trying to give that peace to other people. You need to keep peace with yourself. I do hope that this was really of value to you. I really hope that you learned something from this, and I just really pray that you will start to apply things in your life and you will see that change and you become the best version of yourself, and you will live a life filled with happiness and peace, and you will not be living life filled with regrets. In Jesus' name that I pray, amen. Thank you so much for watching this. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like, leave your comments.